Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T92 HMC, the Tier 10 American SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Mountain Pass. Now this particular Arty is being driven by Creamage72. Now what can I say about the T92? Well, 5 of them were built. They were built for the invasion of Japan. They started building them in March of 1945, but there was only a limited production run and only 5 were made. They also made another 2 which were named the T93, which mounted an 8-inch howitzer on top instead. This one has got a 24cm howitzer. It's an absolutely huge gun, and many of the troops named it King Kong. And it had to have a huge crew to service this Arty, but it could actually fire 1 round every minute. And he's got a mark of excellence on his barrels, so I think he's a rather good player. And oh, look at that! 1,487 hit points from his first hit, and it was a direct impact. That AMX-30B is not going to be the same again. Okay, he's gone to the edge there to reposition, prevent him being counter-battery straight away. But the enemy is now holed up on the other side of the bowl, the basin, and there's a Batchat 25 ton there who's asking for trouble. He's just sitting there behind this rock, and Creamage has marked his target. He's about to fire, runs out, and that's 1 dead Batchat 25 ton. What a waste! What a waste! The last thing you want in a Batchat 25 ton is just to sit immobile, doing nothing, making yourself a perfect target. But that player did just that and paid the price for it. Now, he's aiming for the ice road, but he's going to have to move up a little bit further. Yep, he's done that. Doesn't want to knock the trees over because the enemy might see that. The enemy do have an Arty. It's a Batchat 155-58. Now, he hasn't got a view on that. Oh, he did knock a tree down there. And another. Now, that might give away his position. But there's a mouse at the end of the bridge road. And he can just hit that badger. Dialing in. Going for it. Hasn't marked his target, but no, that shot went right over the top of him. It was well long. He's going to move a bit further up to reposition so he can get a better angle on the ice road. He's firing over that ridge just ahead of him. And also there's another mountain a bit further on, which he's got to try and get the shell over. He's marked where the badger was, but the badger has relocated, I think. No, there's the IS-4. I think the IS-4's moved where the badger was. He's dialing in. Is he going to go for the IS-4? He's loaded. He's dialed in. Rounds out. Direct hit. 578 hit points. Good strike. Now, Creamage is hugging that rock for the moment. The enemy is the other side of the bowl, and they are having a ding-dong battle in the heavy pass. Now he could actually be a help by moving closer to the rock face to his left. Then I think might be able to get some shells into the IS-7, the Type 5 Heavy. But he's going to shoot at the mouse now. The mouse on the bridge road, being held up by a T110E4. And he's almost loaded. Will he be able to get it in time? Rounds out. Direct hit, 617 hit points. He's already up to 2.6k of damage. Now the T92 HMC was actually built on the chassis of an M26 Pershing tank. Okay, we've got a Badger further off, a T57 Heavy. Which one's he going to go for? Well, the T57's already lost most of his hit points. The Badger hasn't. So the Badger makes the more inviting target. And he's almost loaded. Rounds out. Marked his target. Direct hit. 377 hit points, and he was right to go for the Badger rather than T57, because the T57 just went down to the mouse. Unfortunately, the guys in the heavy pass are having a difficult time. They are backing away now. They are retreating, and they're being chased by 4 heavies. So, was it 3 heavies and a medium? So he's going to have to relocate soon, because otherwise he's going to become their next victim. He's now paying attention to the bridge road because, well, the mouse has gone down to the T110E4, but he's going for the ship barn, the FV405, and that's a big hit, 1,355 hit points, and with that his damage has gone up to 4.4k. But there's a lot of heavy tanks headed this way, so he's going to have to move. He's going to have to get behind that cliff face in order to protect himself, because if he can be seen by them, he's going to have to move further up in order to shoot at them, because the angle's all wrong. But if he does move up, they'll probably see him. Now he could go down the ice road and provide support for the Object 140 and the E100. That would probably be the ideal move right now, because there's nobody between him and those heavies, and they are headed this way. Well, he's reversing down the ice road. I think it probably would have been easier for him to turn, drive as fast as he can down the ice road, and then turn back to face the cap. But he's reversing away, which is rather that much slower. But it's also so that he can keep his gun aimed on the cap. A bit of dust coming down from the cable, the mine on top of the mountain. There's the first enemy. Okay, he's lined it up. Oh, before he got a chance to shoot, the IS-7 saw him and fired a round in straight away. He knew that the Arty was here. Yeah, if he'd actually driven the opposite direction, he would have got away a lot quicker. Would have been able to position himself in somewhere though, so he could actually maintain fire on the cap. But his team is down to 2 tanks now, and I don't think they're going to survive this. The Object 140 is the last one alive, and he's taken a big hit from the IS-7. And yep, he's not going to last. Next shot, and he's going to be out. And he is. Okay, so that was a defeat, but he did get a lot of damage in there. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was a third-class tanker for Korean Managed 72 in the T92 HMC. He also managed to pick up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 7 in that one. And he got a Gore's medal. He did more damage, exceeding 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He did get the highest damage on his team, 5,131 hit points of damage in total. He came second when it came to kills with 1. And when it came to base XP, he was a bit further down the table with only 387. He was tier 10, and he was firing at some lower tier enemies, I think. Or was this an all tier 10? No, I think this is an all tier 10 battle. But that's surprising, considering he actually did so much damage during that battle that he only got 387. He fired 7 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, did damage of 5,131 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration from the IS-7, and it was terminal. He hit 6 of the enemy but killed 1 of them. He also did stun assistance damage of 91 hit points and caused 5 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 57,491 credits, and he received 7,200 in compensation, or what we call the Courageous Resistance Award, because he actually managed to get an epic medal, the Gore's medal, which equalizes his score with that of the winning team. So his actual total credits was 64,691, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he still had 17,076 credit profit. He received 581 base XP on a premium, And after you add in the achievements award as well, 357, and the fact that he played the battle in a platoon of 141 XP, he comes away with a total of 1079 XP, which is not a bad score. So yes, heartbreaking that you got 5k damage in a standard game and lost. But I suspect that's more to do with the fact that the rest of your team just weren't pulling their weight. Some were doing it, but they couldn't do it all, and it appears that the tanks that let you down were actually in the Western Pass, the ones that were up against the enemy heavies. If they had held the enemy heavies, I think the guys on the bridge road would have been able to do it, and the ice road might have been able to do enough damage to survive. So bad luck. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.